Hello, people. Greetings. It is Wednesday. It is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. The holiday has no value for me personally. The only thing that's really important about today is that tonight my band The Door has its debut show, and hopefully our CD arrives today. I got the order in at the last minute, trying to get it made in time for the show. So it might show up today. More than likely, it'll show up tomorrow or Friday. But happy Valentine's Day. And I'm here to share that I received some VCLT, which is the Vinyl Community Love Train International, arrived at my house a couple days ago. Thank you so much, everyone. I don't even know what to say. It's such an honor, how people regard what I do here. So I received some records from a fellow named Ole. I think is how you say his name. He lives in Norway. Ole Johnny. He's a record collector. I see his posts on Facebook. I don't watch much videos because of time. Okay, that's the thing, folks. Don't be disappointed or discouraged about making your videos. Just make them, okay? I don't have the time, literally, to watch them. But Ole is a record collector, and I see his posts online, and he has a very interesting collection. Very interesting. I'm also honored that he's bought several of my records on vinyl. And recently he got a hold of me and asked me, do I have this? Do I have this? I want to send you something. And he sent me some nice stuff. Let me show you what he sent. He sent me this new artist for me. I love, this is just what I like. This is a fellow by the name of Costin Costin Charianu. There is a place called Home. This is instrumental. This is wonderful. This is gorgeous. It's not progressive rock. This book and the story kind of explains what he was going for here. There's a quality about, it's not childlike. It's more like the whole idea of NOE. Remembering things with a bittersweetness, trying to touch something that you can't feel, trying to grasp an emotion that was fleeting but really wonderful, but that you can't get again. That's what this music is like. It starts off right away really beautiful. Look it up. I'm not going to play it because last time I played music, I got the copyright deal from fuck YouTube, okay? Look this up and listen. This is beautiful. This is just what I like. I would have never have heard of this had it not been for you, Ole. And this is what I've been about my entire life, is wanting to just know about good music, what's really going on in the world besides the top 20. He also sent me the most recent Prog magazine. I really appreciate this because I don't have any subscriptions and I love to read. It came with the free CD. A couple nice things, if they pop up right quick, I'll show them, because it's nice to be involved in the music world to the point that people that you kind of know or that you're associated with somehow are in magazines. Here's Charlie Colwood Kaywood from the band Knife World. He recently sent me his first solo CD here, which is still sitting on my desk because it wasn't that long ago that I played it. This is really good. Charlie's in here. And another VC member who, I don't know if he ever made videos, but we talk online, and his band, which I remember from the 90s, I believe, is back. Galactic Cowboys. So there's an article in here about the Galactic Cowboys. I haven't met him yet, but we talk online. Alan Doss, right there. Alan Doss. It's the drummer of the Galactic Cowboys. It's neat to see people that you know in magazines. I'd love to be in there. Right quick, I listened to most of what's on here. You know, I come from a background of being into prog rock, but I would not say that I'm a primarily a prog rock listener now, especially with some of these newer bands that are just pastiches, and they're like a cartoon to me. For example, there's a band on here called Lunar, and they sound like a really bad ripoff of Opeth. If I want to hear Opeth, I'll listen to Opeth. Was there anything on here that impressed me? I'll have to listen again because first listen was just okay. My prog days are apparently behind me. You know what I'm saying? It's the progressive rock that I grew up on. It's not the idea that it has to be prog now for me to like it. No, I just like good music. He also sent me 2 other albums, which I really appreciate. He sent me Collegium Musicum Live. I hope I don't mess this up. I think they're out of the Czech Republic. This is a 3-piece keyboard group. Yeah, Czech Republic. And this is old. 1973. This sounds basically like a Czechoslovakian version of the Nice. And I'm really just happy to own this. It's not like it's going to be something I'm going to be playing a lot because it does sound dated. It is very much a copy of the Nice, of their program, of what they do. But this is cool to own this. The musician that I was familiar with before is Marian Varga, the keyboardist. I had found this album years ago with Marian Varga on it. Pavel Hamel with Radim Hladic. I've kept this primarily because of the cover. It's beautiful. I wish the album sounded like the cover to me. Matter of fact, I'm going to play it again today to see if I can really get a grasp on what it is going on here. But Marian Hamel is a very good musician. Marian Varga is a very good musician. So I knew this when I found this years ago. But it was the Collegium Musicum. So I have a burn of this, you know. So thank you, Ole. He also sent me on vinyl. Also sent me on vinyl a Klaus Schulze album that I didn't have. Klaus Schulze with Rainer Bloss, live in Poland, 1983. Now the album is slightly beat, but that's fine. This is an unusual Klaus Schulze album. It's much more melodic. I mean, you can really hear the collaboration between him and Bloss. I have a Bloss album, too, Dieter Bloss album, which I do like. So I really appreciate all this. Made in Poland, too, which is kind of cool. Thank you. He also sent me a CD. So kind of you, Ole. People are so kind to me. He sent me this Japanese pressing of Cluster. Hans Joachim Rodelius and Dieter Mobius. Cluster in Japan, live, 1996. This is unusual. This is you know, I have most of Cluster's records, so I thought I knew what they sounded like. This is really, really strange and really hard to grasp. I'll have to come back to this. It's not even at a point of whether I like it or not. It's like, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I have to study this. This is really cool. Add that to my other Rodelius. This is one of my favorites by Rodelius. Jardin au Feu. Love this, and I happen to have this on a Japanese CD. Pulled these just to show them. I have most Clusters albums, but I also have these Rodelius solo albums. Wie das Wispen des Windes, like the whispering of the wind. Solo piano. Very ambient, beautiful. Rodelius, Gift of the Moment. Really fine stuff. And then my favorite of the ones that I have, Rodelius Selb's portrait on Sky Records. Lovely, lovely stuff. Really appreciate it very, very much. And This article on Gentle Giant is really cool. I love, see, that's that period in the 70s when it was happening, 60s and 70s, it was just really something special. Now everything is being regurgitated. Anything else right quick? Thomas Rapp, who was Pearls Before Swine, passed away. He had done these albums in the 60s on ESP disc. He had a lisp, kind of like what you hear because of my teeth, but he had a lisp, which is really pronounced, which I think kind of put some people off. But he was very Dylan-like in the way he would do some of his songs, not all of them, but he had a Dylan-like approach vocally. But the other songs where he wasn't doing the Dylan thing are my favorites, like the first song on here, Another Time, Ballad to an Amber Lady. This is really good. This album was repressed by ESP disc numerous times, but I do have the poster with it. And this is probably the third or fourth pressing, because they would change the labels. This one has the green label. Okay. I'm hoping that my next video will be me talking about and showing you the Doors debut CD. I also want to say quickly, I just got another order. I love it when people from overseas order my records, because they have to pay more to get the record than they do for the record. I just filled an order from someone in Finland. That means a lot to me. Those things are very fulfilling. They're minor things, but they're very fulfilling to me. It has everything to do with my view of what it is I've wanted or want being involved in music. It is a kick to know that people in Norway and Finland and Poland, Anita, in India and in Mexico, all over the world listen to my music. Another album I put on recently but didn't get to play because then I got busy, but is on the playlist to get back to, Elvin Jones' Polycurrents. Very influential drummer who was with John Coltrane. Jimi Hendrix can thank Elvin Jones for inspiring his original drummer Mitch Mitchell to play the way that Mitch did, which gave the Jimi Hendrix experience the feeling that it did. That was the Elvin Jones feel. Here's an old English folk album that I bought. Primarily, first I was interested in it because of its collectability. But the thing is, even though I'm an African American, I can really relate to folk music from around the world. And I love British, Irish, and European folk music. So I have this album, C.O.B., Cobb, Moishy McStiff, and the Tartan Lancers of the Sacred Heart. Very collectible album. I think there's some connection to the Incredible String Band. This is very old world folk sounding. They use old instruments. The guy's voice reminds me of the singer from Comus or the guy from Family, Chapman. But this is cool. It's like, and again, it's a reissue where they just do a wonderful job with the whole story about the band, which is very interesting. And also they give it to you on CD. This is one of the last things I bought with money a few years ago. I haven't really have, but I played this the other day all the way through and just really enjoyed it. Listened to the words, and it's like reading a book. C.O.B., Cobb. I forget what that stands for. It stands for something. Yeah, this is some good stuff. Okay, folks. When I come back, I hope I'll have news about a CD to sell to you. And if you're interested in my music, please purchase it. Thank you. I just sent one off to Finland. Thank you. Thank you, world. Thank you.